You will never master your life until you master this. Everyone wants to master their life. We want success, peace, confidence, impact. But most of us chase results while ignoring the very foundation of mastery. Here's the truth. You will never master your life until you learn to master yourself. And more specifically, your emotions, your habits, and your internal dialogue. Let me take you into the real story of Mel Robbins. Long before she became a best-selling author and global speaker, she was broke, depressed, and struggling to get out of bed. She describes a moment where her life had fallen apart. Her husband's restaurant business was failing. They were drowning in debt, and every morning she would hit snooze until she couldn't face the day. She wasn't lazy. She was scared, stuck, overwhelmed. And yet, in the middle of that chaos, something shifted. She saw a rocket launch on TV and got the idea to count down from 5 and just move. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. That simple act helped her override her fear and take action. It wasn't motivation. It wasn't confidence. It was emotional self-control. That's the truth most people miss. You can't master your goals if you don't master your emotional state. Think about it. How often do your emotions hijack your intentions? You plan to eat healthy, but stress leads you to comfort food. You want to work on your dream, but fear of failure stops you. You want to forgive, but anger pulls you back. Self-mastery isn't about perfection. It's about making decisions based on vision, not emotion. It's about training your mind to lead your life instead of letting your impulses do it. Let's look at Ray Dalio, the billionaire investor and founder of Bridgewater Associates. He attributes much of his success not just to strategy, but to learning from his emotional blind spots. He built a culture around radical honesty, not to be brutal, but to prevent ego, pride, and emotional reactions from destroying good decisions. He journaled, he tracked his mistakes, he invited feedback, because mastering his emotional reactions allowed him to become a better thinker, and ultimately, a better leader. Here's the hard truth. Most people want to master external things, money, relationships, reputation, but avoid the one thing they truly control, themselves. But your habits, your self-talk, your discipline, those determine how far you go. Look at David Goggins, former Navy SEAL, ultra-endurance athlete, author of Can't Hurt Me. He grew up abused, overweight, and full of self-doubt. But one day he decided to become the hardest man alive. He ran with broken feet. He trained in the dark. He battled his mind harder than he battled the miles. Because he knew your mind is either your prison or your power. And that's what self-mastery is about. Building a mind strong enough to carry the life you want. Let's talk about habits. Because your life doesn't rise to the level of your goals. It falls to the level of your systems. Take James Clear, author of Atomic Habits. He explains that change doesn't come from willpower, but from small, consistent actions. Want to master your time? Track it. Want to master your energy? Sleep, move, eat with intention. Want to master your thoughts? Read, reflect, journal. Self-mastery happens in your routines, not in your highlights. Now let's talk about internal dialogue. You can't master your life if you speak to yourself like an enemy. You can't win when your mind is a battlefield. Look at Serena Williams. Under pressure, in the heat of a match, with millions watching, she learned to talk herself into belief, not because she always felt confident, but because she mastered the voice inside. That voice matters. It can talk you into doubt, or it can talk you into destiny. Which voice do you train daily? The key isn't controlling the world around you. It's learning to command the world within you. Here's the good news. You don't need to control everything. You just need to control how you respond. Between stimulus and response, there's a space. In that space lies your power. The more you choose response over reaction, discipline over impulse, vision over emotion, the more your life transforms. Take one final example. Nelson Mandela. 27 years in prison, tortured, humiliated, forgotten. And yet, when he was released, he walked out with forgiveness in his heart. He said, "As I walked out the door toward my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison." That's self-mastery. That's emotional leadership. That's strength. So if you want to master your life, don't start with goals. Start with self. Master your morning. Master your thoughts. Master your emotions. And watch how everything else changes. Because you will never master your life until you master this. If you enjoyed this video and found value in it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more powerful content. Jaful Motif.